Right, so welcome to this segment as we look at how to find the area below the x-axis. So suppose, the area is below the x-axis. Well, if it is below the x-axis as it is in this case, we know when we actually find the area is going to give us a negative. So to account for that negative, because it is below the x-axis, normally the area is actually given by, you simply say the modulus of the integral of the function f of x with respect to x, where a and b are your upper limit. But this is going to be put in a modulus because that modulus will get rid of the negative, because when you find the area to give you a negative. That is why in some cases you are going to find that some people, the way they do it in some books, when they are finding the area, they will just put a negative there and they will integrate the function f of x with respect to dx, but of course when you are the lower and the upper bound that you have, so you can put up a negative. That negative will counteract with a negative that you're going to have to give you a positive area, because we need just the numerical value. So let's look at this question. It says the figure below shows part of the curve. That one, find the area of the shaded region. So you can see the shaded region. Of course, the 2 there, that's the lower limit, and the 3 is the upper limit. So the bigger number, in this case, as you are moving, going this side, numbers are increasing. So that's the upper limit and that's your lower limit. So what you do, you can first of all try to expand, this expression for the curve, or the equation of the curve. You have been given x minus 2, then x minus 3 there. So if you notice, x times x will give me x squared, x times negative 3x, negative 2 times x will give me negative 2x, negative 2 times negative 3 will give me a positive 6. These are like terms, so it will be x squared minus 5x, plus 6. So that is, I've not changed anything. I was just trying to expand that. So once you get that, now you can say the area will be equal to, so you integrate, the lower limit is a 2 and the upper limit is a 3. So we integrate this guy, x raised to the power 2 minus 5x plus 6 with respect to x. Alright, so when we integrate that, remember you add plus 1 and divide by the new power. So it will be x raised to the power 3 over 3, minus that one, there's a 1, so plus 1, that will give us 5x squared divided by the new power, which is 2, plus that one. If it's just a number, you just give it a letter. Then of course you can include your upper limit and your lower limit. So now what you're going to do, you need to replace your lower limit in this case. So when you replace your lower limit there, it is going to be 3 raised to the power 3 over 3 there, minus 5, then 3 raised to the power 2 over 2 plus 6 multiplied by 3. So this is the upper limit minus the lower limit when we replace, which is a 2 there. So it will be 2 raised to the power 3 over 3 minus 5, then 2 raised to the power 2 over 2, then plus 6 multiplied by 2. So remember what we are getting here. This is the upper limit minus the lower limit in this case. So we can try to work out that. If you work out 3 raised to the power 3, that will give you a 27. 27 divided by 3 will give you a 9 minus 3 raised to the power 2, that's 9. 9 times 5, that's 45. So that is going to be 45 over 2 plus 18. So this is for the upper bound minus, we work out that will give you 8. So that will be 8 over 3 minus 2 raised to the power 2, that's 4 times 2, that's 20. 20 divided by 2 will give you a 10 plus a 12 there. Please, you are at liberty to use a calculator. Let's continue it from there. We can actually continue it from there. So the area is going to be, let me just try to use a different marker so that you are able to see. So I'm trying to work out that is going to be 9 minus 45 over 2, in this case plus 18, and that is going to give me a 9 over 2 minus. Then I work out the lower bound, that is 8 over 3 minus 10, plus 12. So that is going to give me, 14 over 3. So when you work out that, what is that going to give you? 9 over 2 minus 14 over 3, and that is going to give you a negative 1 over 6. But remember what I told you, if you don't put up the modulus, it simply means when you find the error it will give you a negative, and that's why it has given us a negative. So we need to apply the modulus here. So what is the modulus of that? It is simply going to give us just a 1 over 6, and this is going to be square units. So the area is simply 1 over 6. So like I told you, when you're calculating the area below the x-axis, you need to put up the modulus, especially if it is below the x-axis. So you can put up a negative. Remember, this negative would have counteracted with this one to give you a positive, because we're interested in the numerical value. Thank you so much for watching. Watch out for some other videos as I show you some more examples.